If you look closely at our daily routines, adulthood doesn't really look like a gradual accumulation of wisdom,
No, not at all.
right? It looks a lot more like a gradual accumulation of chores. We somehow take the things we love and, we just squeeze all the joy out of them until they fit neatly into like a productivity app.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
So welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at this really fascinating piece by Karrie Massotti called "When Did You Stop Doing Things Just Because They Were Fun?" And our mission here is to explore how adults, especially, women over 40 who are juggling careers and families and all these endless tasks, have just quietly let fun disappear.
Right, by turning everything into a productivity contest and how to get that joy back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because why does everything we do suddenly require a purpose? Like if I go for a walk, it's only to get my steps in. Or if I'm reading, it's just to extract information or like better myself.
Oh, 100%. The baseline state just becomes getting things done.
Oh my gosh, I do that. It's terrible. I treat my whole life like a human resources checklist instead of, an actual human experience.
Well, and it contrasts so sharply with how we were when we were younger, right?
Sissy. Gary talks about that, just, dancing around the house or singing loudly in the car or staying up way too late laughing with friends. When Karrie wrote, "Nobody asked about the return on investment. Joy was the return," I thought, that's high tea.
That really is it. Because joy itself is a completely worthwhile outcome. But we move from this need for a purpose to, like, its most extreme adult form, which is this need for profit.
Ugh, the side hustle epidemic.
Yeah.
I am so guilty of this. I literally cannot discover a new hobby without, like, immediately wondering if I can monetize it.
Right, you bake one good loaf of bread and suddenly you're...
I'm pricing out commercial efforts. Like, why am I like this? Karrie basically told us to put the domain name down, which just made me laugh so hard because it's so true.
It is true. And I think, if you take nothing else away from this deep dive, it's this. Your joy does not need a business model.
Wow.
Yeah. Just let that sink in. Not everything has to generate income or content or followers. Some things are allowed to just, belong only to you.
And honestly, there is so much relief in giving yourself permission to just be terrible at things. Like Karrie mentions, planting a garden that completely dies or baking a really messy cake. Because being a beginner with no pressure to be perfect is actually really fun.
It's incredibly fun. But we don't just overcomplicate our hobbies, right? We overcomplicate our everyday choices too, down to our physical possessions.
Oh, the jewelry, yes.
Yes.
We lock away our good jewelry waiting for like a worthy occasion. But Karrie has this amazing rule. Tuesday counts as an occasion.
Tuesday's a great occasion.
Right. And I love that Karrie didn't try to turn the earrings into some giant life lesson this time. Sometimes you just wear the earrings because they're fun. You stack the bracelets because the jingling makes you smile.
Exactly. And that playful mindset, it completely shifts your energy, which, naturally connects to Karrie's work with tech confidence. We can actually use technology just for the fun of it, too.
Yeah, like we don't only have to learn a new apps because we need it for work. We can use tech to, I don't know, make a super nostalgic playlist or FaceTime friends just to laugh for an hour.
Right. Or edit a silly vacation video just exploring out of curiosity.
Because technology is supposed to make our lives easier and more connected,
Yeah.
not become another thing we're beating ourselves up for not mastering.
It really is. It's about exploration for its own sake.
So if you're listening, the ultimate takeaway here is incredibly liberating. Joy doesn't have to justify its place in your life.
No, it doesn't. And I'll leave you with this. If you looked at your calendar right now, what percentage of your week is dedicated to something beautifully, unapologetically pointless? What would happen if you scheduled useless joy with the same urgency as your dentist appointments?